Shepherdess at Harmony Farms here. Still raining a lot, to be honest. This is a bit late in the season for us to have so much rain. Going up to check on the flock, they have been a little bit bad, a little bit difficult to contain lately. This is my my jumpiest ewe lamb right here. Yes, you. And she's become quite good friends. She's also a fence jumper. We're just gonna get a better fence, aren't we? So I can keep you. So anyways, I'm grabbing some minerals from the corral here. Gonna go refill their mineral dish. I have not had the minerals out for the past couple of days because the rain will wash out the bucket of minerals before they can eat all of the minerals, and so it's kind of like sometimes when it just rains nonstop, I'll just put the minerals out at the end of the week once it stops raining, like it is now. So you really ought to leave them out all the time, free choice. So take what I'm saying here as what I'm saying. Hey, how's it going? You tired of the rain too? Yeah. This paddock I'm extremely thankful for because you see that's setting them up on a little bit of a hill. Now, not every one of them has been that way, and it's difficult to come down and see them sort of in puddles of water. It's just been that wet. But today I'm thankful because I'm kind of able to arrange the paddock to where they have that slope to be on to get up out of the wet. It's not good for their hooves. Some of them are limping now here. We're about 6 weeks into this insanely wet weather, and the hooves don't like it. Some of them are limping. We are due for a hoof trimming, our yearly hoof trimming, so that doesn't help either. But those are some of the things I wanted to mention as far as challenges associated here. So once it dries out, we are going to be trimming hooves. That's our plan. I got some counsel that it's not a good idea to trim them when it's super wet like this. Not sure on all the details as to why, but it's a much more experienced person than me, so I'm going with that, and I'm going to wait until it dries out. And I'm really hoping and praying it doesn't cause any trouble. So I recently bit the bullet and bought some very expensive step-in posts. I thought, it's time to stop being so cheap. It's time to stop buying hardware store step-in posts for $1.50. And I wasn't actually having trouble with the hardware store step-in posts. They were a little bit brittle, so like a cow would step on it and it would break in half, or there'd be too much pressure and one of the prongs would break off. I mean, things like that. So I bought 10 $5 step-in posts from O'Brien. I may get raked over for this, but I do not like them. They're bowing, which is causing my lines to sag. Maybe you guys could leave your opinion on O'Brien's step-in posts down below. Give me some comments down below if there is a better step-in post. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go back up to my local hardware store and stock up on these $1.50 guys when they have that sale next. Because I am pretty pleased. Last year I bought 50 in August. They were on sale. And I think I still have about 35 left. Excuse me. Nice rain boots.
Thanks. It gets to a certain point in the rainy season where you don't really even care, you know? You just kind of put on whatever and walk through the mud.
Put on whatever and walk through the mud. That is the motto. It's been crazy. I've been so overwhelmed and kind of stressed out about it, but it's like you just take it one day at a time. Because we're supposed to be working the sheep tomorrow. I've got a couple of rubber mats from the garage I'm going to be sticking in there. Never heard of it done before, but I think it'll work out pretty good. And I don't want to complain about the rain at all, because I know that there are people across the country praying for it, but it does come with its challenges as well, especially for sheep. I think we're going on 30 inches of rain, and that is 2/3 of our annual rainfall in just about 1/3 of this year. We're working with conditions that create a perfect atmosphere for parasites, and lambs are the most vulnerable to parasites. I have some ewes out here that don't need dewormer, but the lambs, we will run a deworming at 6 weeks. A couple of them had lambed a little bit late, so we're going to be deworming them, because post-lambing, about 4 or 6 weeks post-lambing, is also a pretty crucial time to deworm if that's part of your management strategy. So I feel like it's really good to share this all with you guys, the whole picture and the whole process, even down to showing you how we manage the extreme wet and all of the conditions that make it perfect for these parasites to thrive, even showing you how we manage that in hopes that it will help you get farther faster. The parasite management has been our biggest challenge as sheep farmers. Grazing management has reduced our problems by a ton, but it hasn't eliminated our need for multi-level strategy. It should dry up here in July, and then once it gets really dry in July and August, it's pretty much downhill and a much easier management thing there. So, all that to say, I'm gonna get the corral ready for working the sheep in the morning. So what's been working really well as far as actually handling the sheep and getting them to the corral is to create a bit of a laneway with some electric fencing. So I'll run the electric fencing from the opening of the corral to wherever their current paddock is. That electric fencing, it keeps them from running basically all over the pasture, allows me to almost single-handedly get the whole flock into the corral and ready for my handlers to come and do their part. Thank you for being here today. We are going to go down and get you guys worked, checked, inspected, dewormed, and make sure that you have a long and prosperous life insofar as it depends on us. Okay? Great. Thank you for being here. Come on, sheep. Sheep. Come on, sheep. Look at you. Good job, everybody. Right where you're supposed to go. Just ran the inspection, just worked them through the corral. They actually looked pretty good. We went ahead and administered dewormers to all of the lambs just to keep up with the fact that the lambs are super weak at this age. And then 13 of the ewes, they didn't even need dewormer, which is crazy. You guys just listened to me talk about it. But anyways, worked them through the corral. Very encouraged. They look pretty good. They're out on fresh pasture right now, grazing. My grass is getting way ahead of me. I can't keep up with it. Got 30 acres here that we're working with and 10-acre cross-fenced pastures. So we just moved from the 10 acres up here back to the back 10 again. Really good. Really good. So I'm excited. And I have had 0 breakfast and 0 coffee today. So I'm gonna go get something to perk me up a little bit, and we'll call that a day for sheep farming in the USA. Thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to catching you in the next video.